Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Mrs. Buitenbeentje. You guys are here for 5 sewing question tag that we're doing, all of us or different sewing YouTubers on here. I'm going to put a list of all the beautiful, inspiring sewists that are on here that I know that inspire me with each video and each project that they put out. I'm just going to put their info there, just flood them with some love. The first question is, what does my sewing journey look like? I have experienced a lot of growth, a lot of sewing growth. I have tackled a lot of different projects, and I make a conscious choice when I choose a certain project because I want to try something that I haven't tried before or learn a new technique. My favorite thing to sew is still dresses. I still love to make dresses, and so I have a lot of those. I started on the Toyota, and 2 years ago I upgraded to a brother, so I do have that one. I have my own overlocker now. I'm not intimidated by sewing buttonholes anymore, but I do think twice when I have to make or put in a zipper flag, because I'm like, really? Do we really need those? But other than that, I have been venturing out a little bit. I've been doing a lot of lingerie sewing my own undies. I am trying, and bralettes. I'm trying to sew an actual bra, which is a challenge in and of itself. And also sewing for mom, giving mom some love in terms of dresses as well. The next thing is, how would I describe my sewing space? Well, I'm going to shoot some b-roll later so you guys can see, but where I usually sit to film is at my makeup desk, and I made a conscious choice to have a beautiful wallpaper in the back there, a bunch of peonies, roses. I'm in love. I have my fabric stash right there. I got my overlocker station, as well as like where I have my nail stuff, face stuff, and that over there. Right here I have where I have my hair stuff, and then I have like a chest with all types of fabric remnants in there, and my sewing, or my desk where I have my sewing machine on, and I have a few things to write, but also stuff that I need for sewing. I got a big bookcase with study stuff, pattern books, books that I love to read. I mean, all types of things that you find in a bookcase. And then I have a rack with unfinished or finished dresses, but I think right now I only have unfinished projects on that rack over there. I have a nice full-length mirror, and I have some folders with patterns, PDF patterns mostly. But I also, in my bookcase, I also have like these boxes where I have like a bunch of magazines in there: Knip Mode, Bird Styles, My Image, Stitch by You. I have one La Victor Mention, but all types of sewing magazines, and yeah, and some, random places, junk. I mean, who doesn't? I have a lot. So that's my sewing space. What is it like to be a YouTube sewer or sewing YouTuber? Well, I mean, YouTube YouTube is a science, okay? I try not to worry. I try not to look too much at the analytics or at the number. I have a free subscription at vidIQ, so I do use their resources to find out a few things, like especially like when I load my videos, just to make sure that I have the few things that will help push my video. But other than that, child, I don't understand anything about it, and I'm fine. I have been growing steadily. I have been consistent since I decided to not do the whole weekly thing, but the bi-weekly thing, because it was getting a little overwhelmed. Plus, you know, I have to edit these things, which is a DIY project on its own. And then I have my own projects that I need to make. Life is happening, studies is happening, so it's a little much. And yeah, I mean, one thing what I do like about this whole sewing YouTuber thing is that you get to meet more people with the same passion. You get to learn new things, because sewing isn't like a straight line. There are so many ways to put in a zipper, to sew, fold over elastics. I mean, like the most random things. People have found ways to make it easier, and I'm all about, you know, checking out new techniques, learning new things, just enjoying my sewing journey as it is. Oh yeah, I try not to like think too much about this whole YouTube thing, but more like it's a means to put my passion out there. I enjoy the process, and I try not to let it stress me out. Next thing is to describe my most memorable project. I have to describe my fail as well, because you know, there's no shame in my game. I always be like, you know what, this is just how it is. My most memorable project is this dress right here. I took it out of my closet. It is this purple ensemble. It is, I'm going to put a picture in here, and if I can find some, like a video, or I'll either link the video somewhere in here, like an eye somewhere, or I will, yeah, or I will, and I'll definitely put some pictures in here as I talk, because I mean, how this dress is so rich. It is so rich. It was inspired by Rim Akra, her ready to wear collection. I don't remember which year, but I think I do have it. I think 2018 or something. But in love, and I haven't worn it out like at all. Listen, I've worn it, but in my yard and in the house, but I haven't been out anywhere. So I am definitely looking forward to rocking this thing sometime. Maybe even in the winter, like put a nice turtleneck under that thing and just like, let's go. So, love it. Most of my fail projects, I don't even have them here anymore. I mean, a fail is a fail, so it's gone. Get rid of that negative energy. But I remember I wanted to make a boxer for the hubs, and listen here, we still laugh about that project. That project was, I mean, it traumatized the man. It was just horrible. I am not going into details, but just let me tell you, it was so bad that he refused to make me make anything for him until last year. But you know what it is? I just took on way too much. Because, first of all, I was hardly making like some decent clothes for myself. So I don't even know why I wanted to create this boxer for the hubbies. But listen here, he needed years to like get rid of that trauma. So I finally was able to make a t-shirt for him. And every time he wears it, he's really proud and he's really happy. But we are not venturing out and making boxers, not around here. But it is one of the most, I mean, it is a fail, but it is one of the happiest like sewing memories that I got, because I still crack up about it. And the last thing, because this video is going way too long, the last thing is a quote. And I'm not sure if I heard it somewhere or if I came up with it. I don't know. But I always say, or maybe it's a marsh part of both, because I always say life isn't perfect, so my clothes aren't supposed to be. And that's it. I don't strive for perfection, because perfection isn't around here. And if you're looking for perfection in my videos, forget about it. Okay? Everything around here is like, it's my best. And of course I can improve, and improvement will come over time, because I see it with my clothes. And the goal that I set out many years ago when I started sewing is to have more handmade than have store-bought. And I actually did achieve that goal. More than 75% of my clothing that I have now are things that I made. And in terms of my undies, I would say 90% of my undies are all my creations. That's it. So I'm a very proud person right here. And you know what it is, when you think about things have to be perfect, you're kind of putting like unnecessary pressure on yourself. You're not enjoying the process. And it's like, why though? That's my, like, why? Nothing is perfect. It steals your joy. It steals your joy. It just holds you back. Or let me just talk about me. It holds me back. If I want to be like, this thing has to be perfect. So what? Listen, if you see a thread on my clothes, don't pull it. Just tell me about it and let it go. Okay? Don't be pulling things, because the whole thing will fall apart and I will be hurt. So no thanks. This is my video. I'm going to do minimum editing. Oh, you're going to see a hashtag somewhere in the description box. If you click on that hashtag, you'll find all the other YouTubers, sewer YouTubers that did this. Go check them out too, okay? And as always, I enjoy making this video. I hope you enjoy watching. Don't be afraid to comment down below if you have any questions or just want to say hey. And you have a great day. Bye.